Hi Ashutosh, welcome to my channel. How are you doing?
Yes, I am fantastic, Kavaljit ma'am. Thank you so much for asking. And how about you? How are you doing?
Equally good, Ashutosh. I'm doing good. Ashutosh,
Okay.
how has been your day today so far?
Yeah, when it comes to my day, it was like quite normal. And I do sessions in the morning. I do attend sessions. And apart from this, I read some stuff. So it was nice, I must say.
Every day you have the same kind of schedule, or there you make some sort of variation in it.
Yeah, it changes. Of course, I can't say that 30 out of 30 days I'm having the same schedule. Sometimes I do go out, sometimes I do like do take sessions and sometimes do conduct sessions, a lot of things. Like it is different. But I do maintain a diary where I can write my schedule that what I'm going to do today, what I'm going to do tomorrow. In that sense, I'm trying to deal with those things.
Hmm. So far as my knowledge is concerned, you did graduation in some other subject. You did graduation in commerce or in management, I think, in commerce.
Yeah, I was a student of BCom Honors Accounting.
So you did accounting, and then all of a sudden you switched over to English language to pursue your masters. How did it happen?
Yeah, actually, in COVID-19, and I was really enthusiastic to work on my communication, and I started giving a lot of attention to this language, listening, watching, reading, everything I was doing in this language. So that's why I thought let's try and just giving a shot to the Masters of Arts in English. It is all about exploration. What I think life is all about exploring. So that's why I started doing my Masters in English Literature.
Ashutosh, it's a really a great decision because when we people, I remember even my youth phase, and even the students when they come to the standard of +1 or a +2, when they're supposed to opt for some specific field, so they may go for arts or they go to commerce and they join science. So at that very moment, their goal is clear to you, clear to them. Either somebody wants to become a CA, or somebody wants to become a doctor, somebody wants to become engineer. So that way, that decision is taken with so much of the consideration. You did your graduation, and after doing graduation, switching over to altogether a different arena, I must say. Because on one side there is commerce. So when you came into commerce, you definitely at that time you might have thought of becoming CA kind of thing, right? Of course, you
Yes,
did
of course.
accounting.
Why not?
Okay. So I consider it as a very big and brave decision. So it's not because it's not a hobby. Like suppose I have been throughout science graduate, and if I want to learn music, and at the moment, like I'm now focused on learning this language. So as a hobby or as a taste, doing something is altogether different thing. Because at that time your goal is a different thing. You are doing two different things at the same time, but diversifying, like you all of a sudden decided now I'm switching over, and it means you saw something in this field, like in coming to English literature, that you want. What do you want to become in future? I must ask you. Definitely there is some big goal is you have said that that goal is clear to you. I want to know what was that big thing that came to your mind, that all of a sudden you switched over from commerce to English literature. It's not a small thing.
Yeah, as I already said, that life is all about exploring. So the thing was that in COVID-19, I was before COVID-19, I was always afraid going on a stage for a speech or something. I was never ever on a stage for a speech kind of thing. But what happened in COVID-19, I became passionate about working on my communication skills. I started speaking to the people a lot. So then after I thought, like, if I have worked a lot on my English communication skills, then after if I will choose about the accounting, I don't really think so I will get that much chances and opportunities to speak from the stage, because I'll work on data analytics and stuff like that. Because this is the work, being a chartered accountant, what you will have to do, you will have to do edit, you will have to play with the numbers, you will have to go for just balancing the balance sheets and profit and loss, everything. So but I lost my interest in that. So now I think like I would like to speak from the stage. I would like to give speeches to a lot of people, audience. So that I was not able to see in that profession anymore, because if I will work for 10 hours, 8 hours, it will be difficult for me. I can do that for I will not be able to give that much time. So that's why I thought like if I will choose English literature, along with that I will get time to work on this language to become better. I will be able to refine myself, and then I will be able to present myself on a stage. And along with this degree, to be honest, I'm not a really geek into just very keen into this degree. I'm moreover giving time to the speaking, and just as you know that I'm doing podcast, in inviting people, just interacting with them, doing a lot of sessions. So that's what I do. So I'm more into speaking part, and along with that I'll be having a degree after 1 year. So that's why I thought of trying this.
So at the
And
moment
because
you have
I Mhm. because I
you have
have
kept your
practiced a
degree.
lot in these two years, what I thought, if I will start I'm a commerce student, maybe if I'll go for the CA also, I'll have to give a lot of efforts for that. It is not a simple profession in that sense. Even though if I'll go for the banking also, then also I'll have to start from the scratch, right? So then I thought if I have worked for 2 years and more than 2 years on communication skills, at least now I'm better than zero. So why can't I go in a same field, so which will benefit me a lot. If I have given 3 years in this field, and at least if I will give 2 more years, of course I think I'll get the great result from this skill. So,
Nice, nice. So that way you see your future in this field now.
yeah, exactly. Nobody knows like what future holds for you. But at this point of time, I'm really enjoying this, interacting with people, and the same point of time, I'm able to manage things. So I'm happy for it.
Okay. So it means you have kept your study at the moment on
Mhm.
hold. You are not continuing with your
No,
study.
no, no, no.
You have
I'm
kept it on
continuously.
hold.
I'm doing my study as well.
Okay.
No, I'm doing my study. I'm pursuing my masters. I'm a student of first year.
As a regular student or by distant mode you are pursuing it.
You can say that in that sense I'm not regularly regular. I means I don't go to my college. Sometimes I go, and most of the time I do study by myself, and then I write examinations.
Okay. Have you started doing some that kind of stuff when you go to the college? Some performance or as a motivational speaker, or you give some specific kind of performances when you are back to your college? Do you do that thing also? Or have
No,
you started doing that?
no, no. No, if I'll talk about right now, yeah, now I'm trying my level best to go out and give speeches. That is a different case. I am trying to find out the opportunities to do those things. But before, like when I was the student of my graduation degree before COVID-19, I was not like that. I was not going on a stage. So it is the passion or profession, whatever you will say, that I got in COVID-19. Now I'm trying to get the opportunities to go out and go out and speak. So yeah, now I'm trying to do that.
So it mean in future you want to see yourself as an influencer, which
You
I'm
can say
could
that.
guess. Yeah, good luck. So
Yeah,
now,
thank you.
actually, at our times, I simply remember if I share my journey with you. If the student is intelligent, one, then the first preference would be science only. Then second will be commerce. And if the student is not good enough, then the student would opt for the arts. So at that time, it was taken that way. We were not that aware, and the choices were not enough, I think. Things were there, but now because of the globalization and this you can say technology, it has made the it has made the world very it has brought everything on a very common stage, you can say, or a small stage. Now we can see what is
Exactly.
happening on the other side. But when I was at your stage, I simply remember I was just good enough. So my parents simply they advised me to opt for sciences. So at that time, arts was not taken as, it was taken as a kind of subject which is not going to give you good future. Because so far as future was concerned, it was believed that if you go to the banking, then you have to choose commerce. Commerce means going to the bank sector only, nothing else. And if you have chosen science, it means you want to become a doctor. Or if non-medical, you opted for non-medical, then only one choice you are left with, that is you are going to become engineer. But by the grace of God and with the advancement in the technology, now so many options they have come for the youth like you. So that is a wonderful outcome of the technology, I must say, and globalization, everything. Because if now the youth like you who is in the early 20s, and you have diversified your subject all of a sudden from commerce to this field where you yourself say you are not sure about your future, but it is really, I must say, it is an adventurous kind of step. And definitely if you are so sure about your goal, I am sure, Ashutosh, you will definitely reach somewhere, definitely,
Oh,
because this thing
thank
is
you.
very
Thank you. Many, many
important.
thanks to you. Mhm,
And now one thing more, you have your
mhm,
parents at your back in the family.
mhm.
What was their take when you made them aware, okay, mom or dad, I'm not going to continue anymore with the commerce, and I'm going to switch over, I want to be on the stage, I want to become a speaker. What was your parents take on it?
It is very difficult, of course, to convince them. Even though now also sometimes they are just asking me to do Masters of Business Administration or either go for the banking. But I said just give me the time and I will work on myself. And after that, okay, I'm just saying to them, in future I'll be able to that masters. I will do that, no problem, because life is no problem. At any point of time I can do my Masters of Business Administration, right? So there is problem, I don't really think so is there any problem. So that's what the thing is. I tried to convince them that let's try. Actually, I'm working really hard on the spoken part of the language, so at least give me the 2 years to just enjoy this Masters of Arts in English. If it is not going to help me, I'll be able to explore myself. After 2 years also I can pursue the Masters of Business Administration, so no
Mm.
problem. I
Ashutosh.
actually, after the
Mm.
COVID, it was difficult to, pick up like where you are going to. After I was a graduate from the COVID-19, I was in hostel for only 6 to 7 months. I stayed in my home for almost 2 years. So it was difficult. I was a graduate, but not a graduate who goes regularly the college. I was the student of BHU, but I was not able to attend college regularly due to COVID-19. So after that, it was difficult for me to choose like where I'll go. If I would have been continue there, of course, I'm sure that would have been the student of ICI or something like that. But due to the COVID-19, I started working on my passion. I started working on my communication. Then I thought, let's give try to this one. So,
Actually, COVID-19 came as a blessing in disguise for many. People started focusing on health. They started coming into vegetation, growing plants. If they suppose don't have a space, they started growing plants in the small pots in the balconies. So during COVID, people they did lots of the stuff to explore their inner self. And
uh-huh. Yeah.
in the process they came out with the new passions, with the new interests. Somebody started writing, somebody started singing, I remember. And so many of the people, they came into the health practices. Many people then after that joined the yoga, and many people started growing these the vegetables, even if they have some space in the home, in the small garden. So so much of the good things they came out during because of the COVID. So you can say, yeah,
Exactly.
it is a kind of blessing, although it was a dreadful phase, and people they passed through so much of the pain. But so many of the good things they have also come as a result of that dreadful phase also. Okay, so
Exactly.
nice to know so much of the stuff about you. But one thing more, Ashutosh, how do you manage everything in the sense you are a student also, and you are taking the sessions. I have noticed you take the sessions, and at the same time you're giving the sessions also, like you introduce different people on your channel. Then how do you manage everything? Like suppose today you are talking to me, might be
Mhm.
you might have hosted some program, interviewed somebody else. How do you manage everything? Because it's a kind of thing which I also want to learn from you. And so many of the viewers would like to learn.
Oh, thank you so much. Many thanks to you. For managing what I understood, it was difficult for me to do that 1 or 2 years ago. But I started maintaining the diaries. I do write all those things. Like if you are telling me that you will have to do the session at evening, I will do write. But what I'll have to do tomorrow, I will just keep that in my mind. Either I will write on paper also. So by managing and writing those things on paper, I'm able to manage it. And even though I will just give that reminder and alarm to myself, by just going through the diary and checking it out, like what I'll have to do. If I have scheduled like 4 session of like clapping go, I will write the timing, write the topic on my diary, and I will check it out here that I'll have I'm having a session at, I have a session at 10 or 11, and that's it. In that way I'm able to manage it. And few things I have categorized, that how I'm going to spend my morning, how I'm going to spend my afternoon, and how I'm going to spend my evening. So I'm able to do that. So if you will put things in a very specific way, that in this common, this common, this common, this just and in this column, then of course you will be able to do that.
So that way you do lots of homework before that.
Mhm. Why not?
And
Of course,
how
because
many sessions you take from the professionals?
professionals, like it depends. If you're Are you talking about the tutors and trainers,
Yeah,
right?
tutors. Professionals mean tutors.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends on my day. Sometimes two, sometimes three, sometimes one. Sometimes I go out and sometimes I don't take session. So this is the thing. Like it depends. Like 3 days of maybe the week I will take regular sessions. Maybe 2 days I will not take. I'll go out on Saturday, on Sunday, tomorrow, and over tomorrow. I will prefer going out and I will do some important works. What I'll have to do. So in that way, I do manage things. Mhm.
Okay. And you train the students also. You give them the
Ah,
classes.
yes, I do. I conduct sessions for students
What do
as
you
well.
do during those sessions? What kind of training you impart to your students before what the students comes to you?
Basically, the thing is that I'm a practical speaker and conversationalist, where I would like to give them a chance to speak, and I do take one-on-one sessions. So in that sense, first thing, I'm trying to give them topics. I'm trying to correct them, and along with that, I'm trying to solve their doubts, because I have gone through the same journey. So in that way, practically, I would like to give them time so they can speak. So that's how I deal with that.
Okay. How far you have reached, Ashutosh, since the inception of that idea, when the idea for the first time came in your mind? How far you have come?
Like there is a long way to go, but nobody knows like journey, how much a journey is long. But I'm enjoying the journey. It's been 2 3 years. I'm about to complete 3 years. Till now I'm enjoying, and of course I think now I have reached to the stage where I can express myself on online and offline basis both. So I'm happy for it.
Nice. And how much journey is left as per your speculations? I must say, just have a guess, some idea.
I don't really think so that there is a destination. This is all about the journey, and you
It's
will
all
have to
about the
enjoy.
journey.
So,
This
mhm,
is a wonderful thing which you just said. It is all about
mhm.
journey, and this learning is a you can say it's a unending kind of journey, lifelong journey.
Yes,
We keep
lifelong
on
learning
learning throughout
process.
our life. Yeah, it's a lifelong process. So really, it's a wonderful, like a wonderful session it has been, Ashutosh. And even though you might have some idea, I'm also a professional, but I have
Mhm,
learned so many of the things from you, because being stuck with one field for a longer period sometimes
mhm.
makes your life stagnant. Also, I must say,
Yeah,
you
it
start
does.
thinking on a single track only, but
Mhm,
you gave me the encouragement also, and I'm sure like me so many others, they would also take encouragement. And you are already there, you have started influencing the people, because I know you are
mhm.
so much on YouTube, you take the sessions, you give the sessions. So that way I would like to wrap up this session over here. So much of the good content has come out of this conversation. One last thing. You approach the people or the people approach you only to have these kind of sessions?
I must say that I do both of the things, and I don't feel bad about approaching people. If you're able to learn from them, of course, it's really good to approach. And we should have always this approach to learn from the people, approach them, learn from them. And of course, if the people they are approaching, just try to give them chance so they can learn or I can learn from them. So I do both of the things, to be honest.
This is really good thing because if you really want to grow in life, then you
Mhm,
should keep your both the ends open. Why did I ask
mhm,
this question to you? Because I have seen, because I have come a long way throughout my life. I have seen when the people they reach to some level, they then
mhm,
start thinking on a different track. Like suppose if you have reached you yourself as Ashutosh official 2021, if you have reached a certain level, might be that thought was there in my mind that now you might be thinking because you have proved me wrong. But that thought was there. Now there is no need to me to approach the people now because people have started coming to me. So now it's my take
mhm.
on it. So that way, Ashutosh, I really enjoyed talking to you because it was from my side, and I'm thankful to you for all this also. And I would like to have so many more sessions with you in future. Also, I would like to give you lots of blessings from the core of my heart. I really wish you that you reach at the stage where you want to see yourself as soon as possible. All the best wishes to you. God bless you.
Okay,
And thank
thank
you
you
very
so much. Many, many thanks to you for inviting me, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much, ma'am.
much. Thank you.